What's up, everybody, and thank you for tuning into this video where I'm going to talk about the 5th life lesson that I learned from traveling. I've been doing a whole series about it. I actually wrote about it in my book as well. And so today I want to share the number 5 lesson, which is everything has a purpose. Whether you think it's like a good thing that happened to you or a bad thing that happened to you, it all happens for a reason. And for me, as a believer, I believe that Jesus Christ came and died for me on the cross and that he has an epic plan for me. And so one of the big things that happened to me last winter break when I went to Europe and I traveled across Europe, and I was in Italy and I rode the train and I got robbed in Italy, which really sucked because I had like over $2,000 worth of like clothes, computer, passport, French ID, like everything. They stole all of that, and it ended my trip early, first of all, which really angered me. I lost all the videos that I was going to use to share on YouTube, which I love doing so much and I want to share with all of you. And then it just left me like stranded, and like I should have gotten so angry, and like it should have been something that like kind of was like made me angry at God, and it should have made me just like angry in general because somebody would do such a thing. But and through like smaller experiences, I've learned to realize that even though this bad thing happened to me, I can then use it to share with other people. I can then help them avoid being robbed. So what I learned from that, to kind of let you know, is you always, even if you don't think you're gonna fall asleep on a train, you always put your arm through your bag or sleep, or hug your bag. Because I mean, I know that when you sleep you're supposed to do that, but even when you're not gonna sleep, you should do that. Like, always have your bag connected to you in some way, because they will steal it from you. At least really in Italy. But back to the main point is that like I could have gotten really angry about that, and I didn't, because I knew that there was a greater reason. And for me, with that greater reason, I didn't realize it at the time. I realized it afterwards, which happens with a lot of people. I mean, I can understand you getting angry at the time, and it's something that I personally work on day in and day out, and that I encourage you to do as well. But what I realized afterwards is that I was without my phone, without everything, and my plane wasn't for another like 2.5 weeks. So I spent a good period of time without really being connected to everybody and being connected to the world. And through doing that, I learned a lot about myself, and like I had a lot of time to think and reflect. I found ways to entertain myself that weren't related to, the internet and that kind of thing. And it really showed me that a lot of these things that we take for granted these days, we really shouldn't be. Like, we're lucky to have these things like unlimited Netflix and like things like that. Like, the fact that we can connect with people across the country by just picking up a phone and giving a call, or like doing a video chat, like that's just amazing. And so really, that experience of being robbed, it was not really about that experience of being robbed. It's about the things that I learned from it, the difference that it has made in my life. And so with that being said, that's just like a big version that kind of explains the everything has a purpose. But something else I want to share on like a smaller scale is that last summer when I did my 80-day road trip, like there were days that were horrible and there were days that were fabulous, and then there was just days. And what I noticed is that those days that were fabulous happened right after those horrible days. And when I look back and I think about it now, it's like if every day was great, then they would all kind of like just blend together, like nothing would stand out. And so looking again at like the bad things, like they have a purpose. It's a purpose to like give you like a mindset, a like something to base something off of, something to compare to. And so whatever it is that happens in life, I know one, that it has a purpose in like your life, but it also has a purpose in the lives of others. And for me, that purpose really comes from Jesus and from God, who kind of leads me down this road, and I have to make decisions. But regardless of whether you're a believer or not, there's no like denying the fact that everything has a purpose. Just however you decide that it comes about might vary, but whatever it is, there's always a purpose. And I encourage you to kind of take a look at the bigger picture, to step back and kind of wonder, why did this happen to me? What can I learn from it? What can I change? What can I enjoy about this? And just kind of reflect in that way and look positively. Look at the glass half full on almost everything, because that's really what you should be doing, because it's going to make you a happier person. And it really is like the truth of life, is that everything is happening for a reason, and it's going to turn out for the better. So with that being said, that's my long spiel about my 5th life lesson, which is everything has a purpose. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below or reach out to me on Facebook. I would be more than happy to talk to you about it. If you have a story that you'd like to share, like, I would love to hear about how something horrible turned into be something awesome, or just how you found the truth in everything having a purpose. So with that being said, I will catch you all in the next video. Please subscribe if you enjoy this. Share it with somebody you think might benefit from it. And then I will catch you all next time. Until then, have fun!